Whoa. Oh. There we go. I do apologize. Not exactly sure what happened, but good evening, everybody. This is your boy, Legend Muyui. I'm back for another playthrough of Mass Effect. Back to this lovely game that shows the marvel and beauty of space. One of God's creations in which man is now getting around to wanting to know a little bit more about. But man, why not know a little bit more about the God who created all of this instead of marveling about his creations? All right. Okay. So last we were at Noveria, so we're going to go ahead and go through this. But we got some codex stuff we want to get through. We want to get through the lore, make sure that everybody who is paying attention may get that good old lore stuff going on. Is there anything for me to read? Nothing for me to read, I don't think. Okay, so we're going to look at planet locations. It's probably going to be Noveria.
Noveria is a cool, rocky world with most of its hydrosphere locked up in massive glaciers. A privately chartered colony world, the planet is owned by the Noveria Development Corporation Holding Company. The NDC is funded by investment capital from 24 high-technology development firms and administrated by an executive board representing their interests. The investors built remote hot labs in isolated locations across Novaria's surface. These facilities are used for research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere, as Novaria is technically not part of Citadel space and therefore exempt from Council law. By special arrangement, Citadel's special tactics and reconnaissance agents have been granted extraterritorial privileges, but it remains to be seen how committed the Executive Board is to that principle. Given its unique situation, it is understandable that Novaria is often implicated in all manner of wild conspiracy theories.
Okay. So that's good to know. They were a little bit hostile towards me when I came here. I stated I was a Spectre, and they did not like that. They wanted to check once I got here. Well, let's see how this check's going to go. I never really noticed this. So while we're here, these other stations, docking stations, can't be used because they can't. I never realized that. We took up so much space with our spaceship. Interesting. Mikhail Matsuo. Oh, I like that. She must be Japanese.
That's far enough.
We're not here to cause problems.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect.
I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, man.
We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Novaria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
We can let them do this, Commander.
Let's not start a fight.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Captain Matsuo, stand down. We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Well, Captain's Japanese. She already got my favor. Yeah, I never really noticed the other side of the port. Never really cared.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
I wonder if the Japanese actually do that. Do they use their, I forgot what it's called. It's kind of like how we use Mr., Mrs., and all of that. Their sign of respect is son at the end of a person's name. I wonder if they use it when speaking English. I don't know. I don't have any Japanese friends. So sad. So if any are out there, you know, Japanese, and you're like a friend, hey, hit your boy Legend Muyui up. Anyway, these guys just chilling. Okay.
Weapon detectors. Don't mind the alarms.
You gonna turn it off? Guess not.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Analeas. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I can't have my investigation hampered.
Tread lightly. The board can bury you in litigation. You'd need an Asari lawyer to see the case through.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? An Asari matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Could you tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Analeas for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
I never noticed it. So in video games, they make small blemishes on a woman's face, and I guess they think that's distinctive to cover all signs of beauty.
Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
So if you take a look at Liara's face, her face is, well, everyone's face is kind of flawless. My character is not, because I've made some, his cheekbones a little bit high, and the angles kind of protruded out. But everyone's who has a computer-generated face, their face is, I mean, topographically, it's flawless, because that's how you have to make computer-rendered graphics. To make the, you know, the bumps and the real acne that's there on a person's face. I guess you could use textures, but it really won't convey the, you know, the crevices and dips in the person's face. So no matter the imperfections that may be on, come here, Liara. No, Liara, come. All right. So let's see if I can do this. Get a little bit close to her. I'll take her to the people. Yeah, she's not going to go through the people. All right, Liara, what is going on? How is your AI program? Guess she just doesn't like me. But anyway, let's see if we can get this. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. There we go. No, go into the wall. Go into the. We'll get it next time. But the topology on her face. No matter if she got those little small freckles and a little, you know, kind of darkness around her eyes, she still looks flawless, like she's a model or something like that. So it's kind of weird for them to capture the blemishes on a person's face. I think a game like Fallout does a little bit better. But then again, the Fallout's characters, they're not made for beauty.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
Maybe later. Right now, I need supplies.
Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
Let's see what type of things I can purchase. Shotgun, heavy armor, medium. I want to get these in case I want to buy something for my ship. I'll accept that, and I'm going to buy this one as well. Can I go back? I got to talk to him all over again.
Has the other reconsidered this one's plea for aid?
No.
Maybe later. Right now, I need supplies.
Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
See the upgrades. Oh, I forgot even got I had grenades. No.
Has the other reconsidered this
Maybe
one?
later. Right now, I need supplies.
Of course. This one apologizes for inconvenience.
Let's take a look. Yeah, Tyrion and Krogan. I think I'm gonna buy the Ursula. This armor right here. It's most of my money. Never mind. Since I don't have them, I won't do it. Anyway, I'm not going to do that because it's smuggling. No, it's...
You're the Spectre, right? Management told us not to talk to you.
The managers warned us about you, Spectre. I can't believe the paranoids that work here. There's no accident on Peak 15.
They say there hasn't been an accident on Peak 15, but everyone knows.
Okay. So there's an accident on Peak 15. Management's told them not to talk about it. Let's go talk to this particular lady. She said I can come for help. I want to find out what I can do.
How can I help you?
I hear there was an accident on Peak 15.
We're aware of the rumors. At the moment, contact with the facility is down due to weather. All employees should review their non-disclosure agreements and avoid irresponsible free talk.
So, the company I work with has pretty much that as well. Even when you leave, which is kind of weird. Yeah, we don't want you to give up our secrets, and yeah, but I perfectly understand it. I mean, I'll put it this way. Until you have your own and you realize that people will be malicious on something that you worked hard to get, like your own company, your own business, you put your own blood, sweat, and tears into making a name for yourself. And then you have to hire employees to get the more work done if you're blessed that way. And then to have people just jokingly and just run your name through the ground when hiccups are going to happen in life. Nothing's going to run perfectly, but to have people just run your things through the ground. Like a lot of people complain about the governments that we have, but the governments are full of people. And unfortunately, the way that most governments run is that they have a chain of command. It's an ordered, structured community. Yes, some of the things may be preposterous and stupid that's gone through, but if you want to change that, then, well, I know here in America, the people have a voice, but it's the majority. So, and I know we have representatives who sit in power and they represent the people, but if we as a people got together and started doing what we're supposed to do for our civil duty and stop worrying about our day-to-day lives, only worrying about ours, then we would have that kind of power. We'd be able to hold them accountable because we'd be writing letters. We'd be calling out, reaching them, let them know our complaints so that they can actually do things in our favor. But when we don't do that, then that becomes a problem. And I know a lot of people will sit back with their conspiracy theories. Well, these people, they got corrupt people being run by money. Well, that's it. Being a civil servant, it's a job just like anything else. And do you go to work and not expect to get paid for what you do? No. Well, there's a saying with them. So as a group, we need to hold whomever is accountable for doing, well, I'm going to say wickedness. And I don't really care about criminals being held to a standard, people who break laws being held to a standard, or equality when it comes to people breaking laws. I just expect that when people break laws, the laws that are on the books are actually carried out if they're righteous, You know, somebody did something illegal, it's been on the books, they should be held accountable to it, regardless of whomever they are, regardless of their financial situation. I do know that some laws were written, well, to be as an African American male, some were written to target people such as myself. But however, I've never really found myself on the bad side of the law because I kind of did the types of things that I'm supposed to. You know, I don't hang around with the type of people who could get me in trouble. I hang around with people who have a purpose. You know, they just don't sit around just waiting for something to happen. They actually work to make things happen. So I do think it's actually a mentality of the types of people who get caught on the wrong side of the law. And we can discuss that. You know, I would want to discuss it civilly because, you know, I only know about me. I only know about the people around me. Most people that are around me are not caught up in the law. They're not caught up into bad situations. But even if a person is caught up into a bad situation, this is probably going to be the last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to keep going on. I like superheroes. And the reason why I like superheroes versus villains is because villains and superheroes, they typically have the same type of bad background situation. Something tragic happens in their life. But the hero or the superheroes, they do what is righteous. You know, they sacrifice themselves. They deal with the pain in whatever type of way they can, and they still try to help others. I don't like to use Batman and the Joker. You know, the Joker had a bad situation. He became a mass murderer. Batman had a bad situation and he became a vigilante, which is still breaking the law. So I don't really like him. But I'll use my favorite superhero, which is Flash, Barry Allen. Barry Allen, you know, had his mom died and his father was framed for the death. But the whole thing started with Ebok Tharn, a villain from the future, who liked him but was ignored when he had a chance to actually meet Barry. And so, for some strange reason, being ignored by the person he admired drove him to do something horrible, which he then got powers and then went back in time to make Barry's life what it is, which is just straight up horrible. But Barry didn't let that lead him down a path of despair. He still found hope, and then eventually grew up, and then when he got his powers, he didn't use it for evil, which is another thing. You know, I'm in some social groups where, you know, people always have the hypotheticals. Well, what would you do if you had, superpowers? And it's hilarious how so many people would use their superpowers for evil. It's mind-boggling. So we're back to this. They have a non-disclosure for their job, and she's, you know, letting them know this is the company policy. It can get them fired. And the thing is, those employees most likely agreed to it to be able to work there. And now that, you know, they have to follow the policies that they have, now they want to complain, but they don't complain when payday comes around. So I just find that very funny with people who work for companies. If you want to complain about it, then start your own. That's all I have to say. Just start your own. All right, so I can say whether you're joking in modern day's technology, it shouldn't do anything. But I'm not going to go there. I'm going to be more inquisitive about Peak 15.
What corporations work on Peak 15?
Binary Helix has leased the entire complex.
Okay, so I'm going to just dig into it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. No.
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
Did I already do this one? No.
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanus also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Haven't I seen synthetic insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
I'd like to speak to Annaleus.
One moment, please. Mr. Annaleus?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
Train guns.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
Rubes. Yeah.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
I'm on a mission. I'm looking for something. You think I'm a threat?
I'm not here to investigate your tenants.
Nevertheless, I have a responsibility to keep you away from them. Spectres are not encumbered by a need for due process.
Alright, now there's a scripture that talks about if you know about evil and you don't do anything about it, it's sin. So, I've never done this before, but I'm going to do it now.
Opold wants me to smuggle a package through security.
I need more than your word to act on that. Bring me whatever he's smuggling, and I'll act accordingly.
So you'll arrest him?
No one here is fond of trials. They make shareholders nervous. More likely, we would simply let him go. Of course, he would be blacklisted by the companies here.
I'll look into it and get back to you.
I appreciate your report.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at peak 15.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
And you didn't think that odd?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
All right. What would you do?
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Annaleus.
Talk to you later.
Very well.
Alright, so I've never done this whole thing of, wait a minute, where am I at? What's the office? Oh, okay. I didn't know where I was for a second. I've never done the whole thing about, turning in the, the, I want to call them the Hanar. But I'm gonna do that, so. Just because I've never done it before. Where's this thing at? Customs arms. Oh. No. I think I cause myself a little bit more trouble. I think I have to tell the guy that I'm going to do it. And I didn't do that. There we go. Okay, nope. So like she got freckles and there's nothing wrong with freckles. I've seen some people with like freckles all over their body. I mean, that's not bad as well. It's supposed to be that human beauty is based off of symmetry. The more symmetric your body looks, the more beautiful you are.
Has the other reconsidered this one's plea for aid?
Sure, I'll do it.
All right, I'll help.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Annaleus. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
I'm just browsing right now.
This one awaits your return.
There you go. You can see the little eye sockets. She has like the little purplish thing going on. Also, for some strange reason, the team that did Mass Effect Andromeda, for some strange reason, the Asari, to me, they don't look like Asari. Maybe because like their face is not, they're more rounded instead of angular like they are in the first 3 games. It just looks a little bit weird. I think everyone in that game looks a little bit weird. Like everyone's face is a little bit rounder. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. That's the package, and we are going to take this to Annaleus. And we're gonna run. We're gonna run. It's kind of weird. That's as much as he can run. But then again, he has on armor. But then when you think about military workouts, how they march for miles or jog for miles, him only be able to run for a few seconds is kind of weird. But then again, it's a mechanic in the game. I guess they didn't want to make it too OP. Because it's very the running that he does when you're in combat is completely different from that little jog there. When they were in combat, they were moving. Almost like Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright, so I'm gonna go rat this guy out. Yes, that's right, people. I'm snitching. Because it's an obligation we actually have as Christians. It's when righteous people do nothing that the wicked thrives.
I presume you are here to present me with Opold's package.
Yes, I have it with me.
I am no weapons expert, but it seems to me that this is a rather advanced device. Certainly contraband. It would have been unfortunate if this had reached its buyer.
All part of the job.
I am willing to give you 200 credits and a pass to leave Hanshan. Not without an understanding between us, of course. You can only go to Peak 15 to speak to Lady Benezia. If you cause trouble or if the staff asks you to leave, you will be thrown off-world.
You know, that's a dangerous weapon. It shouldn't be left unsecured. I should impound it.
Of course. That makes perfect sense. I wouldn't know what to do with it anyway. It would be best if you kept it. If there is nothing else, I would like to go back to work.
I'm leaving.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Okay. I've never had that happen before.
How can I help you?
Nothing right now, thank you.
Very well.
I wish they had the better, like I believe the game Skyrim introduced the ability when you talk to people, they don't stop doing what they do. Like if you spoke to a blacksmith, they would continue smithing while talking with you, which is kind of realistic depending upon, you know, how their workspace is. I wish they had something like that in this game. You know, so many games that, you know, you play and the people, they sit around, they stand around, and they say they're busy. Which is okay. Alright, he gave me a pass. This is the fastest that I've ever done. I just had to tell the truth to get up here. Yep. I like the sound of this guy.
Spectre, right?
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be a military tech. Except for my ego's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Annihilus, and the matriarch came through.
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
Lee Herax? Lila Herax? I don't know, that's my guess.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
Cutscene! Oh no! It's one of them things.
Guess we know what the matriarch had in the crates.
We do? Alright, so we are going to, nope. We're going to sabotage him. Thought that thing was dead. Dude! I can't shoot right now. Yo, Liara! Come back to me! Yeah, Caden, throw that. Yeah, throw that guy. Yeah, he looks dead.
No one gets in or out.
You come in after the fight? Okay.
What did you do here, Commander?
The Geth ambushed us. We fought back. That's it.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
If I were to guess, Venezia packed them in the shipping containers she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia-sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
I need numbers, Captain. A dozen? 100?
Dozens, at least. They're machines. You could pack them tightly. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Yeah, worried about the money. Well, what can you expect? If people, I mean, you know, people are paid to do stuff. And so, if the investors are, or the people with money are the ones who know how to make money in some way, shape, or form. So if the people with money choose to do something with their money, which paying people is something with their money, then they have to protect their interests. And a lot of people who work for people don't understand that, which is kind of weird. You know, they treat their money sacred, but if someone, you know, makes a lot of money and they have to pay other people, they're responsible for the pay of other people, you know, people give them flack because they're choosing to do other stuff with their money, probably so they could probably pay more people. And once again, if you have complaint with any of this, just get your own. You'll come to an understanding. Even trying to start your own, you'll find how difficult it is. So when a person becomes successful, they're under no obligation to do anything besides what they want to with their own money. No, I don't need you to do all that. We're going to open this crate. We're going to get medium armor. I could probably use that. Let's take a look at that. Equipment. We're going to take all that. Can I equip? Yeah, I can. Yep, Predator gives me more. Okay. Caden, you only deal with light armors. Okay, we can put the Scorpion on you. And Liara also deals with light armors. And they're both the same. Okay. Alright. So, we are going to get to the facility and probably call it an inn. Alright, there we go. I can see it, but I'm not hitting them. There we go. Alright. There are some goodies over here. We're going to take a look at the goodies. And you know, I do understand the plight that some people have because things are bad. You know, some people are experiencing the recession. They're feeling all the pains of, you know, the money being strained and corporations doing what they have to do so that they can stay afloat. And so, you know, people are all about, you know, they got to do what they got to do to take care of their own. And when it comes to a corporation, or a business doing the exact same thing, they got a problem. You're like, but they got a lot of money. Yeah, but their money is to pay their employees. So if they have problems with their money, then that means they can't pay the people that they are contracted to work with. And so that becomes a big problem. And I'm going to say this as well. Some people are lazy workers. You know, the employer hired them to do, you know, a certain job, and people are just bad at their work. And that's the sad truth to some of this stuff. You know, if you're a person, let's just take a phone position. If you paid people to talk on the phone and, you know, they're not articulating what you as the employer want to be articulated to your customers, to your clients, well, I mean, personally, if that was me, I'd get rid of that person. The whole fact that that person may have a family and everything means nothing, because if they took that into consideration, they'd be a better employee. They didn't take it into consideration when it came to their particular working habits. Why should the employee then have, you know, oh, I need to be good for them? Well, what if keeping that one employee is going to cost that employer his entire business, where now he can't take care of the rest of the people who were doing their job? And a lot of people don't think about that. They think employers, you know, got money just growing on trees and they can just give it to anybody, regardless of, you know, how much they are. Employers, you know, the big money earners in the world got there from doing smart business things. And if everyone was smart doing business, then those people would have their own business. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of people don't have the knack to do something in business. And if they got in business, their business would flop or never get off. They wouldn't make any sales. They don't have a business acumen to, you know, do the proper things. So that's kind of weird. So, and now that I'm actually talking about this, I really don't even know how we got on the topic. Oh, yes, I do. We were talking about the investors and the people who they're not in the business, but they're going to invest in someone else's idea. So they're giving people money so that they can pay other people, pay researchers, pay for all the work to be done. So they're not actually employing anyone. They're giving money. And so if an investor sees, oh, that may not be a good idea, they have every right to be like, yeah, I don't want to invest my money in that. That's not going to benefit me, because an investor is only investing money, funds, to make money. And so we were talking about, well, it started from the investors on here, that they had to, security breach, they had to worry about it because the investors may think something. All right, now I'm back on track. But you know, it's a thing to be worrying about finances like that. Some people are blessed with finances, others are not. So I'll say this to anyone who is actually going out to do a business. Persist at it. Become well, because your business idea is something that the world does not have yet. Caden, come in here. Go there. All right, that's you. Okay, all right. Oh, we got a little bit more time. Okay, so we're gonna clean up this room, and probably that's going to be it. We'll pull out our guns. We are going to come up close, get behind stuff. Let's Get that out of here. All right, let's get this assassination shot thing going on. There we go. Oh no, somebody blasted my shields off. Man, whatever I got some heat.
User alert. All Peak 15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage.
Okay.
Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
Whoops. Haha. All right. Caden, you over here? Caden, where are you at? Yo, where is Caden? Did Caden make it inside? No, he didn't. That's hilarious. Yo, that's hilarious. So, me and Liara did that whole thing. Yeah, Caden, you're a trip. So, my thing when it comes to, you know, taking care of the world and things to do with money, you know, money is not the end all be all, but our society is set up so that money is needed to get things done. So we got to work. And unless you're a business owner who generates money, who knows how to bring money in to the point where they can be successful enough to pay other people to help them generate more money, you really can't complain about employers. Yes, they have a lot of money because they know how to make money. If the money was given to you, the only thing that you most likely would do is spend it. Or you'll think saving it is going to do something else, which when you put your money into banks, your money, the money that you invest in and that you place in banks, they take that money and they invest it and they make more money, but they only give you a small percentage every 6 months or however often. And it's only based on a percentage of what you placed in, not the amount of money that they took from you to make more money. So it's kind of weird. But I would challenge anyone who believes that employers doing what they want to do with their own funds because they have that ability to do it. If they think that something's wrong with that, they need to just invest in a little bit more time in finding out how money is actually made instead of just going to work, because going to work, that's not how money is made. You know, in the United States, producing a service or producing a product for someone and being able to sell that is pretty much how people make their money. So to be able to attract people to your company, for them to spend with you on a continued basis, or a large majority of people to do so on a continued basis, is something that's very impressive by some companies or by some individuals. So really, if you really don't know anything about money, take time to invest it. And that's actually a good point to end on. If this is your last piece of entertainment, which I do hope it is for the day, I hope that you'll take the next few moments to do something that's more beneficial for yourself. Learn about finances, learn about arts, learn about crafts, whatever it is that tickles your fancy. Take the time to learn those things so that, you know, when certain things happen around you, it would make sense. Because there are some older people who know some stuff that when things happen around us, and I'm saying us like I'm old, when things happened around them, they're not so shaken, especially if they believe in Jesus. A lot of us who are Christians, we should not be shaken by the things that are around us because of the hope that we have in Jesus Christ. The Bible tells us that things are going to get worse. It's only going to get better when Jesus himself is ruling on his throne from Jerusalem on planet Earth. So until that happens, the wickedness of men is going to abound and all kinds of sin is going to get great. However, I do challenge all the righteous people, stand up for righteousness. Don't just allow wickedness to just persist. Be the light that God left you on this planet to be when he saved you. And anyway, do something to benefit yourself, whether it's writing that story, adding on to a story, which I have several stories that I need to add on to. I got an animation that I need to work on. My physical fitness isn't what I want it to be, so I'm still working on that. Do what's good for you. Do what's good for your body. Do what's good for your mind. Do what's good for your spiritual health. And if you have a grasp on those things, then share it with someone else. This is your boy, Legend Muyui, out.